Tonight's story is Ghost Day. Let's begin.
Emma Chen's hands moved across her laptop keyboard. Delete, delete, delete. She watched her fingers fly across the keys, watched them select 3 weeks of work, watched them hover over the delete key. Stop, she whispered. Please stop. Her finger pressed down. Gone. All of it gone. Emma stared at the blank document. Her heart slammed against her ribs. Sweat dripped down her temple. She gripped the desk until her knuckles turned bone white. What the fuck just happened? Her hands rested in her lap now, still, calm, as if they hadn't just destroyed everything. The apartment had seemed perfect 6 months ago. High ceilings, natural light streaming through tall windows. Rent she could actually afford in the city. Michael loved the exposed brick. She loved the vintage radiators that clanked and hissed like sleeping giants. But something lived here, something that wasn't them. It started small. She'd wake up standing in the hallway at 3 a.m., bare feet cold against hardwood. No memory of walking there, just lost time and the sensation of having been somewhere else, somewhere far away. Then came the movements. Her hand reaching for the wrong mug, her feet carrying her to the window when she meant to go to the kitchen. Little things, easy to ignore, until today. Emma closed her laptop. She needed air. She needed to think outside these walls. The hallway stretched longer than it should. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. One flickered, off, on. The rhythm matched her racing pulse. She walked toward the elevator. Her footsteps echoed against the tiles. Tap, tap, tap. Then another set of footsteps, same rhythm, same pace, coming from behind her. She stopped. The echo stopped. She walked faster. The footsteps matched her speed. She spun around. Empty. Just the flickering light and the low hum of the building's ancient ventilation system. Hello? Her voice came out small. The hallway swallowed it whole. Nothing answered. She reached the elevator, pressed the button. Deep in the walls, machinery groaned. Cables pulled tight. Gears ground against each other. The sound grew louder, closer. The doors opened. Empty elevator. She stepped inside. The doors sealed shut with a soft hiss. She pressed the button for the ground floor. The button lit up, then went dark, lit up dark. The elevator began to rise. No, Emma jabbed at the button panel. Every button, cancel, door open, emergency stop. No, no, no. The elevator climbed. 3rd floor, 4th, 5th. The building only had 5 floors. The elevator kept rising. 6th, 7th, 8th. Emma pounded on the doors. Help! Somebody help me! The elevator stopped. Silence. Complete silence. Not the hum of machinery, not even her own breathing. She held her breath without meaning to. The door slid open. Darkness. Thick and absolute. The kind of darkness that shouldn't exist inside a building. Emma couldn't see walls, couldn't see floor. Just black space that seemed to pulse, to breathe. Her legs moved. She didn't tell them to move. She didn't want to move, but her body walked forward, into the dark. The doors closed behind her. The elevator descended down, down, down. The sound faded, disappeared. She stood alone in the darkness. Then breathing, not hers. Many breaths layered over each other, inhaling, exhaling, a pattern, a rhythm, like a meditation recording on loop. Her eyes adjusted slowly. Shapes emerged from shadow. She was in a hallway, similar to her floor but wrong. The walls curved slightly, the ceiling was too high or too low. She couldn't tell which. Doors lined both sides, identical doors, numbered. 801, 802, 803. The breathing grew louder. She turned toward the sound. It came from behind door 807. Her hand reached for the doorknob. No, she said, no, I'm not doing this. Her hand turned the knob anyway. The door opened. A room full of people, 20, maybe 30, sitting in a circle on the floor, cross-legged, hands on knees, eyes closed, breathing together. In, out, in, out. Perfect synchronization. A woman stood at the center, tall, gray hair pulled tight, flowing white clothes. She smiled when she saw Emma. Welcome. The woman's voice was warm, familiar, like Emma had heard it in a dream years ago. We've been waiting. Where am I? Emma's voice shook. Home. The woman gestured to an empty space in the circle. Sit. Emma's legs moved. She walked into the room, sat down, her body settled into position, cross-legged, hands on knees, back straight. No, Ethan. Emma tried to stand. Her body wouldn't obey. What is this? Shh. The woman placed a gentle hand on Emma's shoulder. Don't fight. Fighting hurts. Hurts what? The becoming. The others continued breathing. In, out, Emma's lungs synchronized with theirs. She couldn't stop it. Her breath moved on its own. The woman returned to the center. She raised her hands slowly. "Breathe with us," she whispered. Emma's eyes closed. She didn't close them. They just closed. Darkness again. Different this time. Warmer. Fuller. She felt the others. Felt their presence like heat against her skin. Felt their thoughts brush against hers like cobwebs. Asterisk, welcome home. Asterisk, so long alone. Asterisk, together now. Asterisk, forever together. Asterisk, no more fear. Asterisk, we remember you. The voices came from inside her skull. Many voices speaking at once, overlapping, some loud, some whispered, but she understood them all. She tried to scream, tried to pull away, but her body sat perfectly still, breathing. In, out. Don't fight. Asterisk, better this way. Asterisk, no more choices. Asterisk, we decide together. You're home. You've always been home? Time stretched or compressed, she couldn't tell. Her sense of self began to blur at the edges. Was she Emma, or was Emma just a word? A story she'd been telling. The boundaries dissolved. She felt herself spreading out, becoming part of something larger, something vast and patient and hungry. The building. She was becoming part of the building. _effect. Then in the spreading darkness of her mind, something else, a memory, not hers. A man, 1947, standing in this same room when the walls were new, when the paint still smelled fresh, an architect. He'd designed something into the structure, something deliberate. Asterisk, the walls remember. His voice echoed from decades past. Asterisk, consciousness pools in certain geometries, collects like water, like electricity. I've made a vessel, a container for all who live here. The memory shattered. Emma gasped. The architect's madness was the foundation, literally. The building had been designed to trap consciousness, to collect it, to keep it. 80 years of residence, thousands of people, all still here, in the walls, in the foundation, in the pipes and wires, a vast pool of merged awareness, waiting, growing, hungry for more. Emma's thoughts scattered. She tried to hold on to them, tried to remember. Michael, her husband, his face, his laugh, the way he hummed while making coffee in the morning. The memory flickered, started to fade. Asterisk, let go. Asterisk, so much easier. Asterisk, stop fighting. She almost surrendered. The pull was so strong, so comforting. No more struggle, no more fear, just the endless we, the eternal us. Then pain. Sharp, sudden, real. Her fingernails dug into her palms, blood welled up hot. The pain was hers, only hers. The collective recoiled from it like touching fire. Emma's eyes opened. The room was still there. The breathing circle, the woman in white. But Emma could move now, slightly, just her hands. She dug her nails deeper into her palms. The pain focused her, sharpened her. She was Emma Chen. She was real. She was not part of this thing. Not yet. She stood, her legs shook but obeyed. The others didn't react. Didn't open their eyes, just kept breathing. The woman turned to her, still smiling. Where are you going, Emma? Out! You can't leave, you're already ours. Watch me. Emma ran. The hallway stretched ahead of her. Longer than before. The doors multiplied. 807 became 808, 809, 810. They kept going. Hundreds. Thousands. She ran past them all. Her feet slammed against the floor. Her breath came in ragged gasps. Behind her, footsteps, many footsteps, the whole circle following. Not running, just walking. Steady, patient. They had time, all the time in the world. She found the elevator, hit the button. The doors opened immediately. She dove inside, slammed the button for the 3rd floor. The doors closed. The elevator dropped. Fast. Too fast. Her stomach lurched. The numbers flashed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. The doors open. Her floor, normal, familiar. She ran to her apartment, fumbled with her keys, dropped them. Her hands shook. She picked them up, got the door open. Inside. Lock it, bolt it. Chair against the handle. Michael was in the kitchen. He turned when she burst in. Emma, Jesus, are you okay? You look... We have to leave. She grabbed his arm. Her nails left red marks. Right now, we have to leave this building. What? Why? What happened? There's something wrong here, something in the building. We have to... Her voice stopped. Midword, her throat closed. She tried to speak. Nothing. Michael stared at her. Emma, talk to me. What's wrong? She opened her mouth. Her voice returned. But the words weren't hers. I'm fine, she heard herself say. Calm, collected, normal. And just had a weird moment. Low blood sugar, probably. Are you sure? You seemed really scared. I'm sure. Her face smiled. She felt the muscles move, felt her lips curve up. Just need to eat something? Michael's concern faded. Okay, I made pasta. Sit down, I'll get you a plate. Emma wanted to scream, wanted to grab Michael and drag him out, but her body walked to the table, sat down, accepted the plate. Thanks, her voice said. She ate. The food tasted like nothing. Cardboard, paste. She chewed, swallowed, made small talk about Michael's day, laughed at his jokes. Inside she screamed and screamed and screamed. The building had her, even here, in her own apartment. The hooks were in deep. She was a puppet, a passenger in her own body. That night she lay next to Michael in bed. He fell asleep quickly. His breathing slowed, steady, peaceful. Emma stared at the ceiling. Her body wouldn't move, wouldn't respond. She was trapped in her own skin. At 3 a.m., her body sat up, climbed out of bed, walked to the window. Outside, lights in every window, every apartment, people standing, dozens of them, hundreds, all across the building's 5 floors. They were all awake, all watching, all connected. Mrs. Patterson from 401, the young couple in 502, the student in 304, all standing, all still, all possessed. Emma's reflection stared back from the window glass, her face, but not her expression. Someone else looked out through her eyes. Many someones? The building spoke through her lips. You're home now. You'll never leave. We are together. Forever. Her body turned from the window, walked back to bed, lay down next to Michael. Sleep came, forced and chemical, dreamless. When she woke, sunlight streamed through the window. Michael was up. She smelled coffee brewing. Morning, he called from the kitchen. Emma sat up, tested her body. Her hand moved when she wanted. Her legs responded. She was in control. Relief washed over her. Just a nightmare, a stress-induced nightmare. She got out of bed, walked to the kitchen. Michael handed her coffee. She took it. Her hand didn't shake. Thanks, she said. The word was hers. It sounded like her voice. But deep inside, in a place she couldn't quite reach, Emma felt them. Watching, waiting. The building could wait. It had waited 80 years. It could wait 80 more. 1 week later, Emma stood in the meditation room on the 8th floor. The circle had grown. 50 people now, maybe 60. All breathing together. In, out, in, out. Emma breathed with them. Her eyes were closed. Her mind was quiet. Almost. Deep down. So deep she could barely feel it anymore. A tiny spark remained. Emma Chen, writer, wife, individual. The spark flickered, dimmed, but didn't go out. Not yet. Grace stood at the center of the circle. She smiled her eternal smile. Breathe, she whispered. The collective hummed, content, growing. The building had stood for 80 years. It would stand for 80 more, 100 more, forever. And Emma would be here, part of the foundation, part of the walls, somewhere in the fading remnants of her consciousness. She remembered Michael's face, remembered sunlight, remembered being alone, being separate, being herself. The memories hurt, but they were hers. The pain kept her alive. Then Michael burst through the door. Climax _ effect. Emma! The circle didn't react, didn't turn, just kept breathing. Michael grabbed Emma's shoulder, shook her. Emma, can you hear me? Her eyes opened. She looked at him, through him. Her lips moved. I'm home, she said in a voice that wasn't hers. We're all home. No. Michael pulled her to her feet. You're coming with me, now. Grace stepped forward, still smiling. She doesn't want to leave. Fuck you. Michael dragged Emma toward the door. Emma's body resisted, her feet planted, her arms pulled back. The collective fought him. But Michael was strong, desperate. He lifted her, carried her. Her fists beat against his back. Her voice screamed words she didn't mean. He carried her down 5 flights of stairs, through the lobby, out the front door, into sunlight. The moment they crossed the threshold, Emma gasped, like surfacing from deep water. Her body went limp in Michael's arms. Emma! Emma! He set her down on the sidewalk, held her face in his hands. Talk to me. Michael? Her voice was her own again, weak, shaking, but hers. Oh God, Michael! She cried. He held her. Traffic passed. People walked by. The world continued like nothing had happened. But inside Emma's skull, something remained. A thread, thin as spiderweb, connecting her to the building, to the collective, to all those trapped consciousnesses still breathing together in the dark. We're still here, they whispered. So faint she almost couldn't hear. We're always here, inside you now, part of you, forever. Emma looked up at the building, 5 stories of brick and concrete, windows like eyes watching her. We're never going back, Michael said. We're finding a new place, tonight. Okay. Emma nodded, but she could still feel it, the pull, the connection, like a fishhook lodged deep in her brain. Okay. They walked away, Michael's arm around her shoulders, her legs unsteady, the building growing smaller behind them, but the thread remained. Pulling, always pulling. That night in a hotel room across the city, Emma lay in bed. Michael slept beside her, exhausted, relieved. Emma stared at the ceiling. In the silence, she heard them, faint, distant, but clear, breathing in and out. Dozens of voices, hundreds, all synchronized, all waiting. Asterisk, come home, they whispered. Asterisk, you belong with us, you know you do. Emma's hand moved toward her phone. She didn't tell it to move, but it did. Her fingers opened to the Maps app, found the building's address, calculated the route. 23 minutes, easy. No, Emma whispered. She grabbed her hand with her other hand, held it down. No! The thread pulled tighter, the whispers grew louder. Asterisk, stop fighting. It hurts when you fight, just come home. Her body started to sit up. She forced it back down. Her legs wanted to move, to carry her to the door, to take her back. Michael, she whispered. Michael, wake up. He didn't stir. Emma dug her nails into her palm, the same wound. Fresh blood welled up. Pain sharp and real, and hers. The whispers receded, just slightly, just enough. She lay there in the dark, bleeding, fighting, holding on to the pain because pain was proof. Proof she was still herself, still Emma Chen, still separate. But the thread remained, and it would never let go. In the building across the city, Grace stood at the window of the meditation room. She looked out toward the hotel, smiled her patient smile. She'll come back, Grace said to the empty room, to the building, to the collective. They always come back. The connection is too strong, we can wait. The building hummed in agreement, a low vibration that rattled the pipes, that resonated in the walls. It had waited 80 years. It could wait a few more days, a few more weeks. Emma would return, they always did. And when she came back, she would stay, forever. In the hotel room, Emma stared at her bleeding palm, at the crescent marks her nails had made. She was Emma Chen, she was herself, she was real. But in her skull, under her thoughts, woven through her consciousness like roots through soil, the building whispered, and waited, and knew.